Hey everybody, it's Mark with the Crystal Chronicles, your Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. We come live to you on Twitch at the Crystal Chronicles every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, bringing you all your DFFOO news and talk. I'm here with a tier list video for August 2021 in the GL or global version of the game, so please stop, like, sub, ring the bell for notifications if you like this and our other content. What I'm going to go to do today is go through all of the upcoming banners, all of the upcoming characters, and rate them from S to C tier, just 4 tiers. Change it up a little bit, and I'll go through what each of these tiers are. S is those close to must pulls as possible. There's no such thing as a must pull in DFFOO, but the top tier units, the meta units, units that will sustain you past 2-week synergy periods, sustain you past even the month they are in, good investments for the future, and good overall units. A is those solid units, 2-week synergy units, LDBT units, units that are going to be good, that you can make last longer, but are solid units. B is units that you can probably skip on, but maybe depending on your roster needs, they might fill in a niche here and there. And C are units I definitely think you can pass on. Don't need to worry about them. They're just past their prime, reruns characters. Sure, you can make use of them. There's no really bad characters in DFFOO anymore, but definitely a lot of characters that are past their prime. So let's get to it. August GL DFFOO tier list, starting with Cloud of Darkness. Cloud of Darkness gets an LDBT, which allows her darkness stacks to increase beyond 5. Adds a new buff that gives her free actions after breaks, refreshes skill 1, and her BT allows for a follow-up after every party member action. She's being hyped right now, more likely because of her BT Plus, which is going to be here in just a couple months. She's one of the first BT Plus. But I remind you, even at that time, we will not have the resources for all the BT Pluses. And granted, how people really enjoyed her the first time around, which is they really didn't. And just looking forward, I don't think she is a must-have. She is a solid 2-week synergy unit. She's going to get you through content. Yes, you could definitely book her BT moving forward, and that might help you out a little bit. But I'm going to imagine a lot of you are not going to really enjoy playing her, and very truthfully are not going to get kind of the use out of her or be even able to fully green her, fully book her, just like with your high armors. You're going to have to pick and choose. And are you really going to pick an old BT unit over a new BT unit, or a superior BT unit over an inferior BT plus unit to invest those limited resources in? I don't think so. I think she's still a good pull. I think she's worthy of your investment basically for this 2-week synergy period. She also comes with Gabranth on his on a repeat banner. He just gets blue armor. I think he is very skippable. You don't need to worry about him. Sure, he's fine. He's playable. His call's fine, but hopefully you got better calls at this point by then. Next, we get Gladio's Lost Chapter, and he gets LD boards. First turn free, instant turn, which is really nice. LD is his LD attack is improved, and his counter damage is increased. The brave damage is increased. Unless you're really desperate for a tank, I really think he is a unit that you can pass by. Most likely you already have him. If fine, then you might be able to use him for this event, maybe a couple more. You might still be using him, but if you have some other tanks and you're not really worried about that, especially in these next couple months, this next month is tight turn counts, delay, delete, just it's not really exciting for tanks right now. Sabin does come. He gets a new LD. He gets a rework, gives him all of his stacks, prevents him from losing stacks, gives him a special brave and HP attack. He is Holy Wind damage, and he does now a framed imperil. And so Sabin gets a lot. He's a really solid damage dealer, but we're in the midst of a lot of solid damage dealers. So again, if you don't need him, I think you could skip out at Gladio Sabin banner. If he's a favorite, you're going to love him. All of his problems were fixed and he's fine, but most of us, I think, are going to be able to skip without a problem. Then we get a new character, Queen from Final Fantasy Type 0. Queen is an offensive aura support that grants Party Last Stand, who has a berserk mode for some reason. I'm not really sure why. She is an interesting character with an interesting kit, and you may enjoy her. I do think she's a solid pickup if you have some extra resources laying around because of the support that she adds, but definitely not somebody that you must have. Then we get the next cycle bringing us Titus's rework, his LDBT. He gets a significant kit rework, giving him a powerful follow-up that builds to an even better follow-up. His BT makes things even more ridiculous. His debuffs become framed as well, and, unit is there. The damage output on this guy is intense, and I definitely think if you do not realize that he is going to be a S tier character, you'll be able to use him just like you've used Tifa, not only through these 2 weeks, but into the future a little bit. He comes back with 3 other characters. Aerith is on his LD banner, and then there's 2 other characters, Seven and Arciella. Aerith may be a pickup for you in this era if you don't have that kind of healing support, don't have that kind of party member. She still is very solid. Seven is one of the few LD characters I still have not invested in. I have all of her kit. I don't even have her boards done. I've never been impressed with her. There's just a lot of other options on my table. And Arciella, again, I think really past her prime. Not terrible. You can use any of these. Don't write the hate mail. But I definitely think you can skip out on that banner, that 7 Arciella banner. Unless you're new to the game and they're definite favorites, you don't need to worry about it. Reno comes back in his lost chapter. Reno from Final Fantasy VII. He gets LD boards, I believe a new buff that adds some party support, elemental damage up, and extends his own debuffs. Not bad, but again, if you're not really worried about Enchant Imperil and you're not worried about the elemental damage up or his unique pyramid debuff, it's fine. He's really not the prize of the banner, and unfortunately, his counterpart may not either. Rosa is also on his banner. She gets a rework and an LD. She gets a lot more support, brave and HP damage up, minimal healing on her EX and regen, which she had. Re-raise, at this point, that's her big gimmick. She puts re-raise on everybody. Really not ideal for this month. She just doesn't get enough to really make her worth it. Again, she's a favorite of mine, so I'll be pulling for her. But and I do really like her costume, although we were arguing about it, or not everyone was on board with that. I really don't think she's a good investment at this point. That brings us to a special campaign banner, and these are going to be these Lufania Perfectum missions where we have to do 3 Perfectum. So one of those banners is going to be Setzer and Waka, and one of those banners, we believe, this is speculation, but given what they had in Japan, I assume one of those banners will be Setzer Waka, which will be a free pull, and one of those banners will be the triple BT, which we'll get to at the end here. But that does bring us Setzer. He gets a rework and an LD, refreshes his skill 2, which is awesome, grants a new buff, which provides a chance, based on turns left, to do that rainbow brave damage, max brave damage. Obviously, there's a lot of hype for Setzer, and it's well deserved. He is a great support moving forward into early Lufania Plus. Even to this day, people still use Setzer. He's just a great support unit. He's always been fun to play. I think he's got a great kit. He's not a must-have. You can live without him, but I'm not sure that you would want to. Waka, at this point, though, I think he's a safe skip. So if you're pulling on that banner, pull for Setzer. If you get Waka, great. You can throw him in some things. He does have an interesting kit. And I'll give him credit. He's been a lot more fun to play than I thought he would be. But at this point, I don't think you're going to use much. He just gets blue armor at this point in his time. The next banner brings us Leon and Jack. Leon gets an LD. He gets some more stats. Party Brave damage resist up to 30%. A new Brave and HP+++. He gets a trap that heals the party, which is pretty cool. So I don't think he's really in A tier. I think he's kind of in your B tier. He still does what he does, that the idea that, you know, he can enchant the enemy and you can absorb that. It's still pretty cool. I'm sure Arrow's going to find a lot of use for him. If you like that, you're going to find use for him too. But at this point, I think you can pass on him. And Jack is on that. So, I mean, if you, at this point, if you didn't pick up Kurasame and you don't have Jack and you don't have Gabranth as good call options, yeah, maybe pick up Jack. Even if you have Kurasame, I think Jack is still a worthwhile investment, because using Kurasame call and Jack call, and that goes in pretty much every team, and then a third call depending on, you know, maybe it's a Iroha or Camelot call for your burst character, or maybe it's a healing call if you need a little extra healing. Maybe it's a lock call if you want to lock on somebody like Eldnarsh. But yeah, Jack, Kurasame, solid calls. Kurasame is far superior, but I think having both is really good. So if you have some extra resources, some extra tickets, might be worth throwing some gems on there. That does bring us to the final event of the month, which we believe will bring a triple LD BT banner with Vaughn, Kefka, and Arden. All three of them will get their level 80s with their LD boards, but Vaughn is getting a rework. Arden at this point, friends, I mean, the Arden fans are going to hate on me because he's going to be usable, whatever, but there's just a lot of better options at this point in his life. He will get a BT+, all these characters will, so I don't think Arden's the prize of the banner. Kefka, he gets a little bit more usable, but again, I don't think he's somebody that you're going to chase. He's somebody that you'll find use for. Vaughn, on the other hand, I definitely think is worth moving for. He's massive damage. Really powerful character. I think you'll have a lot of fun playing him. Do you need him? Yeah, it might be more fair to put him kind of down here, but he is really, really good. So he's kind of in the middle here. And depending on where your resources are. So there's my tier list for August. Titus, Setzer, definite priorities. Vaughn, if you don't have him, maybe pick him up on that triple BT banner. Cloud of Darkness, Queen, secondary priorities. Then any of these B slot characters, Gladio, Sabin, Aerith, Reno, Rosa, Leon, Jack, Kefka, if you need their roles in your party, pick them up. If not, skip them. And then Gabranth, 7, RCL, Waka, Arden, I think you can skip and be fine. Tell me who you're pulling on. Tell me who you're excited about. I'm definitely excited about Titus and Setzer. I already have all three of these LDBTs, so I'm excited about having Vaughn again. I'm not sure that I'm going to go for Queen. Definitely going to go for Cloud of Darkness, and I'm definitely going to go for Rosa, and looking forward to their kits. Let me know what you're doing. Again, if you like the video, like, sub, ring the bell for notifications. Check us out every Thursday night, The Crystal Chronicles on Twitch. You can support us there. A Twitch Prime sub or a Twitch sub would be great. Until next time, friends, good luck on all your pulls. Let me know what you're excited about, and we'll see you next month.